Hello and welcome to Goodison Park. 2019 is here. Matchday Live is back on Premier Sports to ring in the new year.
Leicester City.
Yep, it's going to be a big game today. Everton v Leicester. Both teams looking to bounce back from a 1-0 defeat in the previous game. But it's been a mixed spell for Leicester December.
So Jordan Pickford is in goal again for Everton today. Coleman and Digne are the fullbacks. Five-man defence. Bernard, Sigurdsson and Gomez make up the midfield. Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison play up front. Kasper Schmeichel plays in goal for Leicester City. Pereira, Evans, Maguire and Chilwell make up the defence. Ndidi, Maddison and Abora play in the central midfield. Iheanacho is the lone striker today.
Yeah, it's a very interesting team use from Leicester. Of course, Jamie Vardy being left out on the bench. And you have to wonder whether that's a breakdown in the relationship between him and Claude Puel. Of course, he publicly came out and said about Claude Puel's style of play not suiting him and probably not getting the best out of him. So it's interesting he's left out today.
Yeah, and Leicester usually begin the new year on a high. They have won 4 of their last 5 league fixtures when it's fallen on New Year's Day. Then again, Everton won 4 of the last 5 league matches against Leicester, so an uphill task for the visitors at Goodison Park. Everton get us underway.
I think what this game is looking for, just an early goal for Everton really, to really assert the dominance early on, get a goal early on and really sort of set the tone for the rest of the match really. I mean, Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison, if one of them could get on the score sheet early on, you put your money on Everton to go out and win the game after that.
Here's Sigurdsson. Bernard. Back to Sigurdsson. Coleman. Bernard. Here's Calvert-Lewin. Coleman. It's in the cross. Richarlison with the header. And Schmeichel just gets down to his near post. Great cross there.
I have to say, what was I saying about trying to get on the front foot early on from Everton, putting the crosses into Richarlison, really testing the goalkeeper early on, piling on the pressure with the corner as well.
Digne takes the corner short to Bernard. Cross is headed away. Everton looking to score on the front foot early on here. Here's Sigurdsson. Digne with the cross. Cleared away by Leicester, but they've struggled to find any footing in the match so far.
But you're going to have a struggle really, Leicester, without that real sort of pace up front with Jamie Vardy. You can be so direct with him. With Iheanacho, you have to be a little bit different.
Bora plays it through. Here's Chilwell with the strike. Pickford managed to palm it away. Maybe a spell of dominance for Leicester is on the cards now, just 10 minutes in. There's Iheanacho. Lovely dummy there. Ndidi. Albrighton plays it through. Here's Iheanacho. He's just straight offside.
Yeah, but he has to be doing better there, Iheanacho. He has to curve his run, bend it if he has to, but it's a poor run. And that's the sort of thing Jamie Vardy, had he been in that position, he'd probably been onside.
Here's Ibora. Ndidi. Giselle. Cross comes in from Ricardo. It's punched away from Pickford. Here's Chilwell. No way through for Leicester. Here's Everton back in possession. Giving it away again. Bernard passes it out to the right side. Calvert-Lewin puts in the cross. And into the arms of the keeper.
You can see there though, Richarlison looking to run. Back post, front post, he wants to get involved in the action wherever it is.
There's Gomez. Sprays it out to Digne. Just giving it away. Poor pass really. Here's Iborra. Iheanacho. Great tackle there from Seamus Coleman. Calvert-Lewin. Sigurdsson. Gomez has options. He's decided to go back.
He took the momentum out of it then.
Sprayed out by Menard. Lovely pass. Coleman with the cross. Maguire's there again. Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin. Couldn't get past Ndidi. Here come Leicester. The quality of passing for Leicester just hasn't been good enough in the final third.
I think they're so used to just booting it up to Vardy and not really have to focus too much on accurate passes in the past.
Digne's been fouled. We do have a free kick.
Yep, you'd expect Sigurdsson to want to stand over that free kick and want to bend one in.
Could be a first real clear-cut chance of the match. We've not had many so far. We had a Richarlison header early on. Free kick goes into the box. Here's Bernard. It's Calvert-Lewin. It comes back out with Richarlison. Finishes it off. 1-0 Everton. And that's the first goal of the new year. It's gone to the home side.
Well, I mean, if you're going to put your money on someone to score for Everton, it is Richarlison. It's his 10th goal in the Premier League now this season for Everton. And what was I saying? That man is the man to make the difference. He's had the eagerness, the desire to make those runs, front post, back post, and this time it came through the centre.
So it's another goal for Richarlison to add to his scoring sheet. It's a goal that kicks off 2019. Well, it gets it off to a great start for Everton. It's Gomez, Sigurdsson, Richarlison. As Andre Gomez spreads it out. Some great switching of the play at times for Everton.
Well, yeah, I mean, you have to remember it was only a year ago to the day when they had Sam Allardyce in charge and the fans weren't particularly happy with the style of play. They were losing 2-0 to Manchester United. And how times have changed with Marco Silva now at the helm. You get to see this kind of football.
There's a Iheanacho. Maddison. Maddison again. It's a ball there, but it comes to nothing. When you look at Everton in possession, they've looked very comfortable when on the ball. Contrast that with Leicester's shaky passing, and it's no wonder why Everton are winning this one.
Well, I think Everton are just a lot more confident on the ball, you know. They're more used to having the possession, and they can play with a swagger, and they have done so far.
Here's Digne. Everton strutted their stuff again. Here's Coleman. Bernard. It's a lovely run. It's Calvert-Lewin. He's been fouled, is it, in the penalty area? He's given the penalty, the referee has. It's a yellow card for Evans. Something's clearly happened there in the box that the referees decided warrants a spot kick, and it's a, well, there's no wonder why.
Well, it's a nasty challenge. It was a very late challenge. You know, no desire for the ball there. The ball had already gone.
Chance to double the lead. Here's Sigurdsson. It's wonderfully dispatched. Put away with aplomb into that bottom corner, and Schmeichel stood no chance.
Well, if you look at his run up here, he knows where he wants to put it. He wants it in that corner, and it's very, very tough when a player walks up to the penalty spot and they know where they want to place it, and they want to place it in that bottom corner. It makes it very, very tough for the goalkeeper to stand a chance.
(2-0) Everton now. Leicester look like they're set to lose again the way things are going.
For Everton, number 10, Gylfi Sigurdsson.
And of course, Sigurdsson getting the goal there from the spot. He's really coming to his own this year with the departure of Wayne Rooney. He's really been able to slot into that team and make that position his own.
3 minutes of stoppage time. There's Bernard. No pass through there. Bernard's made the tackle, but Chilwell retains possession, and that is half time. Everton 2, Leicester City 0. Richarlison, right from minute 1, was looking, well, fierce in his abilities up front with that early header and then the goal. And Sigurdsson dispatched a penalty given away by Johnny Evans just near the stroke of half time. Everton 2, Leicester City 0. Back for the second half. Hopefully for Leicester, Puel's managed to give his players some motivation after, well, what was a dreadful opening 45 minutes to the new year.
There's not really a lot he can do, really. It seems he's reluctant to give Jamie Vardy a chance off the bench for whatever reason. So I think he's going to find it a bit of a struggle to really make an impact. He might be able to hold him back and stop him from scoring.
There's Bernard. It's Andre Gomez. There was quite a portion of the goal open to him there. Schmeichel left stranded. Wasn't too far away from the bottom corner. Everton aren't rest on their laurels by the looks of things. They've opened up the first 5 minutes of the second half with attacking flair already. Here's Coleman. Bernard. Here's Sigurdsson. Coleman. Bernard on this right hand flank. Cross is blocked, but here's Calvert-Lewin. Constant pressure at the moment. It's a free kick as well.
Substitution for Everton.
Substitution now
Number 20.
for Everton. Bernard makes way. Idrissa Gana Gueye comes on in midfield.
Well, they're bringing on a real engine in midfield, looking to try and keep the high energy.
Free kick goes into the box. It's Jeremina. It's a wonderful finish from the centre back, and a wonderful assist for Sigurdsson. Jeremina found himself unmarked in the box. Reckless defending from Leicester City, and Everton triple what was their lead at the start of the game when Richarlison put in that first goal. And here we are now, it's 3-0. Leicester City look down and out.
Well, if you're going to put money on a defender to score from the set piece for Everton, it would be Jeremina. I mean, of course, nicknamed the Colombian Harry Maguire at the World Cup because he's phenomenal from set pieces, being able to get his head on it, make an impact in the box. He really is a threat in the air.
It's an uphill task now for the visitors, but you never know what could happen. There's still half an hour left There's our Brighton. Maddison. Leicester just haven't got going so far. And Everton, now they have Gay on the field. It's going to be hard for them to really break through that midfield battle. There's Chilwell. Or Brighton. It's in the middle, it's Abora. Iheanacho on the left. Coleman's just shrugged him off the ball there. Goodison, Garamina.
The problem that Leicester have is Iheanacho is just so isolated up there, and when he does get the opportunities, he's not prepared for it.
So Nias is coming on for Calvert-Lewin. Leicester make a change as well. Iheanacho, you just mentioned, has found himself isolated throughout the match. He's replaced by Vardy, who could maybe make some runs in behind.
Well, we'll have to see if the style of play suits him enough to get a comeback here in this game. But I mean, you look at the subs from Marco Silva, bringing on Gay, bringing on Nias. It's all about maintaining high intensity.
There's Ibora, Maddison, Jamie Vardy. Oh, Brighton, back to Vardy. He's already getting involved a little bit more than we ever really saw Iheanacho. Here's Dujal.
But he has
cleared away. Great clearance from Yeremina.
He has a presence up front, Jamie Vardy, and I think the minute he's on the pitch, he automatically causes panic for those defenders.
Maddison's coming off the field. Silva for Leicester City comes on. Here's Ibora. Silva cleared away, and Everton now just looking very comfortable at the back.
As they have all game, you know, they've been so slick on the ball from minute one. Leicester, as I said,
the passing's been pinpoint now, hasn't it?
It really has, yeah. I mean, it's the sort of thing you expect from a Marco Silva side. I mean, when he came into the Premier League initially at Hull, you know, you noticed the great passing ability that he managed to work on the training ground with him. You know, overnight work on the training ground with Marco Silva. It really is.
Here's Ibora. It's Jamie Vardy. It's Ndidi. Took the strike. It wasn't miles off. Really struck it with some venom there. Almost clipping the upright. And that is definitely, it's got to be the closest Leicester have come to scoring in this game. Skirtson's coming off. He's probably put in a man of the match performance, you could say.
Yeah,
Everton
with the assist and the goal from the spot. But I think Richarlison's a very close contender as well. I mean, he's been so influential in their performance today.
It's Schneidlin who's come on for him in midfield. Just over 10 minutes left on the clock. Time is running out for the visitors. Everton still passing it around wonderfully. Poetry in motion at the moment. Here's Coleman.
I mean, would you look at that? How he finds the space. How Leicester have allowed Seamus Coleman to just be in so much space on the right hand side.
Ibora's coming off now for Mendy. All seems a little bit late now for Leicester. Here's Coleman with the throw-in. Here's Nias. He's going to have another crack at a cross. He does. Maguire dealt with the danger.
I have to say, it's been a very, very poor performance from Leicester today. It really has. I mean, leaving out Jamie Vardy, would it have changed the game had he started? I don't know, you know, we don't know, but you have to say Everton has been men against boys.
There's Vardy, Silva, Jazal. Goes for goal. Never worrying Pickford.
It's a tame effort from Giselle. He has to be doing better there. You know, he has to get further forward. There's a lot of space there he can run into.
Number 10, Gylfi Sigurdsson.
And of course, the man who has left the field earlier on, Gylfi Sigurdsson, he's man of the match. I don't think there could be too many complaints about that decision.
Well, he's the Premier League man of the match, but he goes down his mind as well because he has been so important alongside Richarlison.
A goal and an assist. There's Silva, Giselle, Vardy, Mendy. Just offside there. Vardy's already been involved more than Iheanacho was, and it begs the question, if he'd been in the team from the beginning, could things be very different now? I mean, he has a very good record against Everton. He's got 6-7 against them.
Well, he's Everton. He's Leicester's top Premier League scorer in the Premier League. I mean, how can you leave him out?
Well,
you know,
clearly Puel saw things differently, but that is full time from Goodison Park. The new year is here. We will start to make our way to the latter stages of the Premier League before you know it. It's been a massive run of fixtures throughout December. It's going to continue through January. Towards the end of the winter, Jeremina there walking off. He must be happy with that goal and his new team.
Well, I think it's always a very nice feeling that when you're a defender to get on the score sheet. Of course, you know, your first responsibility is to defend your goal, but if you can get on the score sheet, it must be an amazing feeling.
It has finished. Everton 3, Leicester City 0. It was the early header from Richarlison. Good save from Pickford. Schmeichel, sorry. Richarlison was threatening from quite an early moment in the game.
Well,
here he got his goal.
He really set the tone early on that header just before. You know, really got Everton into the game on the front foot early on.
The 43rd minute of the game. A bad time to concede a penalty, to be honest, and Evans didn't help his team with that tackle. And it was Sigurdsson. Swept it away in the bottom corner. And that was 2-0 Everton going into the second half. Not what the Foxes would have wanted. There was the free kick from Sigurdsson. It was Jeremina who found himself unmarked, really. Reckless to leave a player like him unmarked, and he punished them. 76th minute, this was Ndidi's strike. It's a fierce effort, but by that point there was only 15 minutes left, and as the clock ticked, it looked more and more like there was no way back, and it turned out to be the case. Everton 3, Leicester City 0. We have some games coming up on Premier Sports, Matchday Live. We have Newcastle against Manchester United. That's on Wednesday, that's tomorrow. It's 8 o'clock tomorrow night. On Thursday, there's Manchester City versus Liverpool.
Well, yeah, of course, big game that Manchester City when they take on Liverpool. It is the champions against the chasers.
And for the weekend game on Saturday, we've got Manchester United versus Reading. That's in the FA Cup. And Wolves play Liverpool in the FA Cup as well. That's on Monday night.
Yeah, well, two very good FA Cup ties and two very good Premier League ties up and coming on Premier Sports. And we'll have more throughout the rest of the season as well.
So that wraps up our coverage for today's game. It's been absolutely dominant from the home side, and it was an interesting start to 2019. And it's finished from Goodison Park, Everton 3, Leicester City 0.